Well, it started off interestingly. It can't get any closer than this. 15-15 Morocco versus Tunisia. Let's break it down a little bit. Why are you laughing?
I don't do Pokemon.
Oh.
Just wanted to say to Jackie. No.
Charizard.
No, Pokemon's not my thing.
I'm talking about myself, Charizard.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. So Tunisia versus Morocco, 15-15. It didn't go like we expected. Morocco putting up a really good fight. Even they were a little bit closer to win when we compared. But they started off good. They had a big lead. Tunisia managed to get a draw.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Morocco had a lead. Tunisia bringing it back to 15-15. Just to clarify for all the viewers, it's a group stage, so we don't have overtime. So it's a point each for both teams. I thought Tunisia has it. It's going to go their way, but Morocco, man, they were this close to get the whole win. John and Clark J putting up some big numbers. Pote delivered, like we said before the game, but it just wasn't enough. He was the lone gunman in his team, and it was barely enough to get them that 1 point.
In the end, it seems like this is the most fair result.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tunisia at the end, I think they got like 6 or 7 rounds in a row on their T side, and actually, or unfortunately, didn't manage to close it out at the end. But a really great counter-strike coming out of both these nations. Tough one, I would say, going 15-15. But we'll see how another match goes for Tunisia.
Yeah, we saw that Pote and John were playing in top fragging. That was basically it when it comes to players who stand out. Yeah,
but then again, talking about Morocco, I mean, last year 16-3. This year it's a different lineup, and it's 15-15. So a big step up for Morocco. And I mean, I don't know if it's fair, but I'm gonna say congratulations for them. I mean, that's a huge.
Advance.
Improvement. From 16-3, losing to, you could say, somewhat same team of Tunisia this year, getting that 1 point, and now, I mean, they have 2 more matches in the group. It's looking good for them.
Yeah, we were talking about the maps and which map can favor Morocco. Definitely, Dusty was the one.
Yeah, definitely. Like we said, maybe don't go against the team that played last year against you and they stumped you on that kind of maps, but actually bringing that Dust 2 really worked out for them. Like they really played good. Anyway, we say that Dust 2 is I'm reliant map, not just relying on your executes and stuff like that. So they really showed the great counter-strike. They really have firepower in them in order to get a win, even a draw here against Tunisia, and congrats really.
Okay, getting into the second match, Tunisia versus Algeria. We don't know the map yet, but let's talk a little bit about those two nations. First of all, introducing Algeria. They again played last time, so let's hear about their lineup.
Yeah, of course. We have, for Algeria, we have Nier, Claps, or Clips.
Nier, really?
Nier, yeah.
Okay.
Jada, Lin, and Chilab, if I'm not mistaken. So, interestingly enough, they have 2 players from one team and 3 players from another team. So they didn't mix it up. They didn't invite players with no team or bring some new players. And
they have a blank spot.
this guy on the far right,
he's on fire.
He's
on fire.
Well, not really. He's in the dark.
Yeah, he's always top fragging and the one on the top of the ladder.
His numbers are so big, you
can't even put it on the screen. I know.
So basically, we have Nier and Kiops, playing from Fractals, and actually Nier
even has his own pyramid. Nice.
And Nier actually played last year in TWC qualifier. Yeah. Unfortunately, Algeria really didn't do too well in last year qualifier because they only had 1 win and 2 draws and 2 losses. Like they didn't really manage to get up there. And we have Lin, Chihab, and Jada, as I said, from the team E for us. I think it's easy for us, but I'm not sure. So
could be.
Yeah.
But talking about their last year's results, I mean, 2 losses, 2 draws, and the win. They had a win against South Africa, yeah. But then again, I mean, against Tunisia and Morocco, the 2 teams they're going to be facing in Group A this year, they had 15-15 against Morocco, and they lost to Tunisia 16-12. So, I mean, this with this result, with the 15-15 result between Tunisia and Morocco, this group could be really interesting.
Yeah, what I wanted to say, like you mentioning that they won against South Africa 16-1.
Yeah.
And
Should we?
yeah, like everyone won against South Africa 16-1. Like Algeria won 16-1. So we have Morocco winning against South Africa 16-2, and we have Tunisia winning against South Africa 16-1. So, and we kind of heard stories that South Africa is probably the strongest one now. So that would be a really
Because it's not South Africa.
yeah, because
It's South Barbarians.
Barbarians,
Southern
yeah.
Barbarians.
yeah,
Yes.
so the Barbarian from South Africa. Yeah,
Wow.
my bad. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
it's a different,
Take
totally,
it.
totally different nation, totally
Yeah.
different team.
Yeah.
But the same
Basically,
flag.
yeah. Okay, so
They're basically barbarians.
yeah, barbarians, southern barbarians.
Yeah.
Okay, going into the veto stage, and let's see who will pick and then what. Okay,
I mean,
switch.
I expect
Yeah,
somewhat of the same thing. I don't see like anything else but Mirage Cash or us two played here. But I would like to be surprised here. But I mean, Overpass, Cobblestone, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
They're having none
There's a
of that.
surprise right away.
They're having none of
yeah.
that.
I guess maybe they watched the
Dust too is out of the way.
yeah, maybe
Thank you.
maybe they watched the last match and they didn't want to face Tunisia on those two.
But yeah, but in this point, is Tunisia, like surprised and just don't know what to do? Like, no?
No, I wouldn't say they banned Overpass the last time. They banned Overpass again, so I'm guessing they're going with their own game. They don't look, at least by the bans, they don't look too surprised to me. Train goes away for Algeria, no surprise there. And then
Cobble.
Cobblestone.
Yeah.
Nuke is still in.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's going away now.
you
Probably.
think so?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Algeria is gonna, they're gonna
okay.
ban Cash, so they want to leave that Nuke.
Nuke
Ah,
or
well,
Mirage?
I mean,
No, it's going to
Tunisia,
be
prob-
Mirage, no way.
Tunisia probably not giving a chance. to
Yeah,
them.
they're not giving
I
them
hope.
that.
Okay, yeah. So
So it looks like Algeria wanted to play that Nuke, but Tunisia, they don't want to do it. So it's going to be Mirage. Again, a standard map. I gotta say, I'm a bit sad we don't see that Nuke because we don't see it often. But
Okay, but it wasn't, we couldn't expect to see Nuke here. But then again, a really interesting ban by Algeria.
yeah, it seems that the whole point from the start of the veto stage is to leave that Nuke
Yeah.
in the pool.
yeah,
And they managed to get it through all the way to the last ban, but then Tunisia, I guess they didn't want to play that.
yeah.
Nuke game.
Algeria having none of that does too. I mean, Tunisia doesn't want to have
Yep.
any of that nuke.
So
Probably.
do we think Algeria can put up a good fight against Tunisia?
I said it last year. They took them 12 rounds. Morocco did take them 3, and now they're played 15-15.
Yeah, so maybe the
I
Algeria
mean,
has
by
an
that
advantage
bad
here.
logic. But yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to predict. I just want to wait and see.
No predictions this time for you?
No, he
Come
already,
on.
he already
Come on,
used that
don't
card.
ruin the show. Come on. No, okay, we're gonna do that
okay,
later.
Rema,
We're gonna do
go
it
first.
later.
No,
yeah.
no, okay. Rema, go first, then I'll do
Oh.
it. Okay, is that fair?
Okay.
Yeah, you can break the ice.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
Okay,
task.
well, as he said, like Algeria last year, the WC qualifier didn't really go too well for them, only managing to get a win there. And that was against South Africa, as we said. I don't really think, I mean, they definitely have a totally different lineup than last year. Like as I talked about, like all in year playing from, or Nier, playing from last year. And 4 new players, so they can probably give a fight. We saw what kind of fight Morocco gave to Tunisia, switching 4 players as well. So I don't know. I think that Tunisia has it actually, and that they're going to win this Mirage. Maybe Dust 2 wasn't really their map.
Yep. Okay. Right now we have some mind games included here too, since we had a draw in the first match. So this, every round can decide what will happen and who will end up first, second, or third in the group. So do you think at one point, when a team, for example, Tunisia, loses a couple of rounds in a row at the very beginning, they will just think, okay, this is it. We can't get this back.
They definitely shouldn't, I would say. Just, look at the big picture. You need that win. At this point, they have 1 point from the first game. This is their second and last game in the groups. They definitely need a win here. So if you're going to win it 16-14 or 16-1, I don't think, it matters, but I don't think that should be your, focus of attention. Just win the map because you need those 3 points.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I don't know. I have any idea what happens if Tunisia wins against Algeria, for example, 16-14, and Morocco wins against Algeria 16-14. I have no idea what happens then, and who's going to be the first and who's going to be the second. But do you guys know?
No.
Well, we just have to pray.
I just know it's going to be a lot of fun if it all goes 15-15.
Oh, there you go. That too.
You know what? That's going to be my prediction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't come up my mind.
Just because I'm that guy.
Just because you want to see it. Okay. Yeah, Rema. Do you want to even try it?
Yeah, I'll go with Tunisia winning this one. Mirage.
Yeah, probably.
Mirage. Yeah.
Yeah, going. I think maybe not a stump like we predicted for last match, but 16-11, 16-10 for Tunisia.
Okay. So we've seen a lot of qualifiers. We have some time, so we can talk a little bit about that. We have some Asian qualifiers, NA qualifiers. USA winning against Canada. We thought it was going to be closer, but I think that DUS2 was map, to be, and the map which decided everything. Your comment about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I even said that Canada could take that, and maybe if they took that, us too, they had 7 map points? 8 map
15-8, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if they took that us too, maybe it could have been a totally different story. Maybe not 3-0 for Canada, but just grinding it out through all 5 maps or something like that. But they lost at DUS2, and after that DUS2, they lost it completely, I would say. It was a lot of easier job for USA on, Cobblestone and Cash. And USA, on my surprise, honestly, I mean, on paper they definitely look stronger than Canada, but I thought it's going to be a closer match, an easy 3-0 after all.
Yeah, Rema.
Yeah, I mean,
Canada, USA.
Yeah, USA really brought that strong lineup for that finals, and they really played good. Even though Canada, as we mentioned, had 15-8, and they could have maybe got their dust.
Are you okay? Are you choking? It's okay. Okay.
So I mean, actually, Hiko really stepping up for USA. There, getting. I think he was first on the scoreboard on Cash and DUS2 as well, dropping.
Even when Canada was leading 15-8, everyone were saying it's Canada versus Hiko.
Yeah, basically.
And at that point, everyone stepped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Stewie getting out of that
right.
A-long on DUS2 when they were down 15-8, 10 or whatever, just getting those kills. And I can't forget Elige totally faking that B site all on his own, getting into the B site and getting at least 1 kill 2 times. I don't know how is that possible. I mean, how do players Canadian players, how does that happen?
How did that happen? Okay.
I don't know. Run to a site with smoke and flash, get 1 kill.
Basically, he did the same thing twice. It shouldn't even go in his favor in the first time, and he repeated it 3 rounds after that and got the same result. I'm oblivious.
You were stunned.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay, talking about China, I know that China is one of the teams who secured their land slot. Do you think they can go all the way?
USA, maybe. China, it's going to be really difficult.
Really hard.
I mean, USA, if they bring that kind of a lineup, they definitely have a chance.
And
China,
coach. And the
It's going to
manager.
be tough for them, but you know what? 8 teams, anyone has a chance, honestly.
Yeah, we're expecting the European qualifications to start. That's going to be interesting. Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have your 3 favorite teams?
Sweden, France, and
That third team is always a pickle. You know, you don't know
I actually would go
whether
with
to
Russia.
pick Russia or Ukraine or Denmark or I don't know, maybe Germany.
I wanted to say
Or no, definitely Serbia. Okay, no.
no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you want to be patriotic,
Yeah.
you could go with
And
Serbia.
why not? And why shouldn't we be?
Yeah, why not?
Why shouldn't we
I
be?
believe in Emmy and
so
guys.
which 3 teams would you favor?
I will still go, okay, or not.
Okay, the game is about to start. Quickly, the predictions.
15-15.
Okay,
Gobble,
let's go
gobble,
live.
gobble.
Jackie, Harold, we're ready. Go.
And it seems like the players are ready as well. Unfortunately, Nur is not ready as his head's been taken clean off. The up comes in with a frag on towards Crumpsy though. What more can he actually achieve here as they start to make their way in towards the bomb site, tapping away like an absolute madman? Will take down Shiva, but Tor responds by ripping his head clean off. Fantastic way to actually kick it off here as the bomb now goes down. And Algeria are forced to attempt to mount a 3 versus 3 retake. Lin bounds in towards the bomb site, gets the first frag on towards Poti, but remind and Tor, they're trying to fight back and they're doing a fantastic job until Keops comes in with 1, wants to try and find the second and final frag on towards Tor as they daintily dance around the bowl, trying to take each other down. They want to best each other here in Mortal Kombat, but it seems like Tor will be the victor.
Yeah, nice round there coming in from Tunisia. It was a little bit close, but just able to edge it out. Now, of course, Algeria are the favourites in this. We are expecting a force play coming through here. We're not going to see that. So, Algeria hoping to get some work done and, you know, try and punch back, get back into the swing of things. It's going to be Jada the King. He's hoping for an AWP coming up. Now, you may notice a similarity between these flags, Jack.
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
You going to elaborate on that?
Have you noticed it?
Yeah, I am aware. I do have eyes, but...
Yeah. So they both have red in them. That's the interesting fact of the day. Anyway, Tunisia going to be storming towards winning this one. And a nice kill comes in there from Nia. Not far. Nia. And Poti is down and out for the count. Algeria take themselves an opening frag into this second round. I'll go with the force buy. They're hoping to do a little bit of DiMaggio. Like the casino from Ocean's 11. What's that one called?
I don't know, I haven't seen Ocean's
The
11.
Bellagio. Crumpsy
Alright.
takes down 2 there with a nice little spray of the Galil. That leaves in a 3 versus 3. Thanks to the good work of Nia and Coops. Sounds like a for cereal. But in
It's
fact,
kind of
it's
weird
not.
to actually see the Galil coming out, by the way. Very rare I actually see it often, you know. It's kind of phased out. More so in Source, you did actually go for those Galil buys. Now it definitely is worth just investing in the SMGs. The mobility factor and also the extra cash you get is just too crazy to pass up on. But Crumpsy sticks to his guns.
Yeah,
That's
stick
the
to
moral
your
of the
guns,
story,
Jack.
kid.
And looks like Tor wants some frags. He says, give him here, give him here. As he storms his way towards that A bomb site. He's going to be getting himself in there. Whoa, 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 calm down, Ramon. Getting himself a quick double spray down. And it's all onto Chihabi. And he gets some work done here. Nades will rain onto his position. Whether he's going to be able to get this done, I don't know. That's a tough ask, to say the least.
Yeah, he's trying to work out what the who or the what or the when where as he tries to make his way in towards the bomb site. Remind though, he wants to force him into a horrific position where he's going to have to pull out all the bone chips that are left inside him after Remind comes in with a frag, but it won't happen! Takes him down. Tor though able to respond, and what a tiny glowing screens for up free.
Oh, very good, very good. That was, yeah, quite something as the last goal comes in. But once again, bringing it down to a 1 versus 1, Algeria definitely doing really well on that round, bringing that economy real low. And, yeah, that's definitely some good work. Flip you if you love a Glock for the sticker skins. Yeah, just hoping to get some work done here.
Remind though, looking for all the single CTs as he comes in with that first frag. Prove him that CTs, we won the world.
It's rule the world, Jackie, rule the world.
Alright.
You know what, you were close enough. Nice go comes in from Mind. Going to be a real nice frag. And there it is. Cahoops says his name like no one is around because that bit of the map is empty.
Yeah, here. He wants to try and find those frag heralds. He hates the fact he can't find any Tunisians. He loves the fact, hates the fact, can't find the Tunisians as they make way in towards the bomb site, playing this close angle underneath window. It's a great position, but unfortunately the aim not going to live up to it, and he does go down. All falls on towards Keops. Walks in towards Shiva, and unfortunately receives an abundance of bullets straight into the cranium, and he is dead.
Yeah, he really doesn't like him. But I'd say hate is a bit of a strong word there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Everything
What do
is
you take
A-okay.
him for?
Everything is A-okay, Jackie, let me tell you that. So, Eva going to be pulling back the shirt cover of Jada's head and staring back into the eyes of his own Tunisian. He will be taking him down. And that's him dead, I guess. Jumping off a 11-story building. A clean 22 caliber M4 rifle. Good stuff on the board.
But right now, Tunisia, everything is A-OK when you're strong as an O-A-K as they make their way in towards B-S-I-T-E. The frag comes in, Poti takes down Giab though. Nice little flick of the wrist. 360 with the wrist boy. Remind comes in and he takes down Lin. Leaving it all on Keops. Trapped on that B bomb site. Will spot out the first man, wants to try and find the second. The nade goes in. Actually blows him out of the server in a great spot here in this 1 versus 2.
Cahoops definitely took a pill on Mirage, and he is growing strong right now as he is going to move towards this fridge position, hoping to get a kill, but he's got no money. Unfortunately, he is too good for Remind. He's going to be able to take him down, and if he were a boy, he'd be getting this frag. Goodbye, Mr. A, he says, but Shiva going to win out that fight, and it looks like he's going to have to take it back. He's a mess right now, inside out.
Wow. There's no flak zone for Algeria right now.
Like he is going to be here for him. And, well, Mama said that it'd be okay to get these frags on the board right now. Anyway, welcome to the mid-zone.
There ain't no mountain higher than where Tunisia are right now. Definitely dominating
Actually,
here with
Jackie,
4 rounds on the board.
I can tell you where the highest point in Tunisia is.
Cool, mate.
It is. Give me a second. Jebel Etch Chambi, which is 1,544 meters.
And you know what the moral of the story is?
No.
That Tunisia are living the high life. And they're going back to B site.
Crumpsy asking where is the love, but it's going to be Lin to try and get some work down there. One man can change the world, and that is Shiva doing absolute work here. It's like he better leave right now, otherwise Tort is going to take all the work away from him. Cahoops coming in from behind. He spotted out Shiva. Let's see if he's going to give a hater a hug. No, he's not. He's just going to shoot him. And so it is now 1 versus 3 on the streets of Mirage. Let's see who's going to win this one out. Misery business all over the place. And, well, that bomb's planted. And Cahoops is just going to stay until they're gone.
Wow.
Going to be Charlie.
He was always a terror from the public school era. Bathroom drops, cutting deathmatch, squeezing cracks. And it's been a long day since Algeria have seen around. It's been a long day till they've seen around, my friend.
I mean, to be honest, right now, Tor just wants to be the very best that no one ever
Whoever
was. Oh, he's going to put that Pokeball down, but it's a little bit too late. And he's going to get shot in the face by an M4. Bit dark, but I mean, that's really all you can expect. Yeah, just trying to get some work done here. He is, of course, using that M4, A4. Well, I doubt he's going to be able to kill anyone, if I'm completely honest. Smoke goes down, and so far, no kills. So, who is going to be the rock and roll queen? Hard to know.
First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. If Remind ever gets this kill, he'll be the best uncle you ever knew.
Uncle Ben. Spider-Man reference. Nice
Get
kill.
off my mid, says Shiva.
Yeah, that's absolutely classic. Nice kill there. Looks like Jada King, he wants that old thing back, as he will be holding onto that AWP and hoping to get some work done, but it's a dance with the devil that he's going to get, as he will be holding down his angle. But, as he stares into the blue moon, he's going to take down this AWPer, and there it is. Potty hits the Deku, and he's going to be dead. 2 versus 5, it's all on Remind, but he's dead. First run on the board for Algeria. Good stuff, really, isn't it?
It is, and here's the thing, Tunisia don't have those money trees, no dead president. Unfortunately, they can't scrape out a buy. They're going to be grinding with the dope man if they want to get back into it in the next round. And it seems like the whole server's come against me. Every time I'm in Mirage, I hear spray, 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 Ben, Don. Where you from? My
nice
trigger.
guy.
There's the frag coming out as they make their way towards the bomb site. They are going to get taken down. The hammering, thunderous rays coming out from those M4s. The first frags are going to go their way, proving that this could be a very quick and easy round. There's the snapshot from Nye. He's going to say bye.
I mean, it's near, but whatever rhymes, I guess.
Nay.
I mean, Jada King is now killer, so we can rhyme that with thriller.
Isn't that just poetic justice?
Oh, no. Nice. Anyway, Algeria seem to have woken up now, Jackie. They seem to be awake. But I think they better leave right now before they tear each other to pieces. No skill.
Diab wants to try and wake them up before he goes.
He's going to wake them up inside, though, as he takes down Potty. Goes for the double man. It's not going to work out. Trying to shoot heads, but missing.
Oh,
Bit of
Chiab.
disaster.
Controller right now as he finds these frags at mid. He's having a one dance. He started from the bottom, but now he's here. Unfortunately, he is going to be left there as Remind comes in. Pop style takes him down with that Tech 9. But just hold on.
Remind on the A site. Now,
We're going home.
yes, we are. Actually, I'll tell you what, I was watching this video on Facebook the other day.
Okay.
And it was really weird. I'm going to give you an example of what happened. Hey there. How was your day?
Oh, ASMR?
I had a real good day.
Yeah, ASMR.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Alright, yeah, that's what that is. Okay, nice, cool. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really didn't enjoy it. It creeped me out a lot.
Well, just hold on. We're going home as they make their way towards mid once again. It's basically their home. They've been there so many times in a row. Tunisia, they know how to work it, but do they have the energy to be the jump man? Because I'm the plug. I'm the plug. Pelham. I'm the plug. I'm also the fragger, says Chiab. He comes with a headshot off on towards Crumpsy. Wants some more bang for his buck, though. Takes down Shiva as well. On towards that third frag. Can't quite grab it just yet. Tor comes in. Spots out Chiab in the blind spot. The nice little frag through the box. This man is forever.
Not quite like diamonds, though, because they really are forever. And, yeah.
And you can
I mean-
shine bright.
I'm bright like a... What?
Diamond.
No, remind. Anyway, good stuff so far. He's going to be moving towards that Abe on the site. Jada King, he's going to be shot at, but not dead, which is the important bit. I want to see Near back on the AWP, to be honest. He was pretty big with it, wasn't he?
It was indeed. Now, it seems like into this round, though, with what they have left, Tunisia just want those cheap frills.
You're right there, mate.
They just want them cheap frills.
I
Because this is what they came for. Can't stop the feeling. Don't let me down.
mean, you are just on bloody Spotify top 50, aren't you? So you can buy that game, mate.
Don't mind me. Just ride. Light it
So-
up.
I mean, I've scrolled down, haven't I?
Father,
It looks
stretch
like
my hands.
Algeria
Part
are living the lush life while they eat their cake by the ocean wherever they go.
one. No
Right
money.
in the middle of the ride, but they don't know love, unfortunately, because they're closer to a piece of me which is cruel but made of gold, which you need to light up to give me your love. But is this love? You needed me, Jackie, until I tilted a panda. All in my head.
I tilted a panda.
Yes, tilted panda.
By the way, like that was pretty big though, right? Like the what ski bit.
Yeah.
When the what and the when where. Yeah, that
Yeah.
actually worked really well. I'm gonna use that again at some point.
Are you?
But yeah, that's good.
I mean,
that's
he is
the
a
little
rapper.
book.
He does have lots
Yeah,
of words.
I didn't realize, like, you know, maybe that's what I should do now, just from now on.
The rapping caster.
Yeah, just like, have you ever heard me do the old, like, the thingy bit I used to do?
Yes.
With the, what's it? When I pick up that AK, and yeah, that one. So obviously they're gonna throw their way in towards the bomb site, seeing if they can actually do any damage here. They like those cheap throws though, don't they, Harold? Just on the pistols.
Love them.
Unfortunately, they are getting beaten.
Yeah, it's one thing having cheap drill, but finding cheap armor probably not the best thing for you. You're just going to die. Nice skill comes in there from Shiva, not the cat food, but instead the Frag Lord. And yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty well so far, and he's had at least 7 kills. Unfortunately, his mate Crumpets is dead, and it's now all on Shiva. He has the gun. But does he have a hope? That's the question. Yes, no. Does it really matter? Nade goes in, bang, you're dead. Have you, oh god, I died. Have you seen 22, no, 22 jumps,
Yeah.
22,
Oh, yeah.
where they do the poetry, like the slam poetry?
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yeah, maybe. Well, Tunisia will be gone when you read this, so I just wanted to say I'm sorry for the couple of decent people who got in the way. Maybe there was a point where it all could have been different, but in this position, we're all in. It's pointless to wish that it
Yeah, you're
isn't.
reading these. You're reading these off. That's not fair. You can't do that.
And you know you'll be gawking when I walk on the door, cocking my shotgun
don't even
hammer
know
when
what
you drop to the
gawking
floor. Because the clock shatter as I shock the jock horde and spatter the chalkboard. It matters a lot more than you half thought when you're knocking me like I'm a laughing stock and a walking freak and creep. I mocked and ignore you, sorry now, but talk is cheap. Should have thought about it before. As they work their way in towards that site, they want to try and zone out the CTs, and they do a good job. Actually, still 5 versus 5. No one has dropped a single man, but this flank coming out could be absolutely massive. And of course, you'll try and make a break to escape through the corridor, but don't be late. I'm trying to arrange a date with the coroner. He shouts as he comes in with a frag on towards Tor, takes him down.
And that was heavy. That was heavy. I don't really want a date with a coroner, but that is a great one. I mean, that's good. That is good. I think I've used that one, actually. In a car.
Oh, you're on a date with a coroner.
Well,
Yeah, it's a really
set
good
him
line.
on a date with a coroner.
Yeah.
It's clever,
on
isn't
a
it?
date with a coroner.
That's clever.
You got your finger on the trigger, kid.
You got your finger on the trigger, kid.
Light it up,
Light it up, and hit me
them
with the
your
truth.
Stick to your gun.
Stick to your frags.
Well, you will if you didn't feel it before. Ever since I was a kid, never really been bored. In from building to building with my umbilical cord, coming in with a frag poti.
That sounds dangerous.
Kicks it off with a nice little headshot there. Shiva as well going to respond with 2 of his own. There's a little image of it bringing the original with the original carrier pigeon.
You just
Frags.
sound like you're burping a lot.
Well, go back to the old school, mate. When he picks up the AK, slays from far away, everybody going to hit the DECK. My slow flows, remarkable. Poti in a great position to try and hold them if they come from ramp, but unfortunately they're not there. The old trick, as they are actually coming from connector, but they back off and they go for the save.
Yeah, so it looks like we could be looking at another tie game here. So close.
High fire.
Yeah, tie fire. You looking at Rogue One, mate?
Oh yeah, actually that's pretty good.
Isn't there like a museum?
Rogue One.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's a museum.
I don't know, mate.
I'll find out.
Okay.
And peep. Also, they've released a new Harry Potter, but it's only in theatres.
Oh, right. Well, bloody hell.
I could show you what a theatre is if you like.
I think I'm banned.
Oh, really?
Probably.
No, it's not one of those theatres. It's an erotic theatre.
Alright.
Bloody hell. Oh.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh no. Anyway, Frags on. Frags. Shababi. He's going to be shooting. But no kills. Still on Lin with his misery stick. Who is trying to get some work done. Of course, he's not going to kill anyone yet. He's waiting. He's biding his time. Finished Marco Polo, by the way. It was really good. You a fan? Marco Polo?
Don't worry, this will all be over soon.
I don't know.
As they make their way in towards the site, line it up, and hit me with the truth, Herald.
I will. Bang! Thor has died. Unfortunately for him, he's a dead man. The bomb is to be recovered here in a 4 versus 5. Favour is in the hands of Algeria. And this game is too close to... Why did they all draw?
Cold pizza, tie-dye shirts, broken hearts.
No, seriously.
Yeah?
If they all draw, we can't exactly do round difference, can we?
Oh yeah, that would actually...
Oh, bloody
That
heck.
would put a really bad twist on the system. I don't know what
Yeah.
you do at that point.
Right. Maybe they've all been bribed to draw. Begins.
Well, that's a result. Summon King, I can't remember. But that's...
Match fixing.
No, it's not match fixing, it's result, like, rigging or some shit. Oh. Anyway, into this round, let's see what they can do. Frags do come in, they do get that initial one off on towards Posey. Crumpsy as well, gonna go down. Reminds and Crumpsy. One of them dead, one of them alive. Shiva also alive though, so 2 men alive. They're gonna try and do the best they can. Lin pops out with a single frag on towards Shiva, wants to go back for more, but unfortunately, he cannot quite receive it. Remind takes him
That was
down.
I mean, he just forgot to plant the bomb there, didn't he?
Yeah,
He had a
I
bit
don't
of
know
a Kusta moment.
Yeah, they have just gone, you know,
Full Cloud9.
yeah, just do what you do when you think, keep on that rabbit from a hat. You might think that you've ruined, you might think you're defeated. Just love what you're doing, you've already succeeded. But there's going to be bleeding when number 1 bites the dust, so get ready to beat it, because it might be us. And I'm telling them the journey is so slow, and we want to say no, because make it different, but we go! Poti comes in once again! Another frag on towards Lin.
I know something about you. Well, one thing I can tell you is that Crumpsy's real name is Clarence, and Clarence's parents have a real nice marriage.
Okay.
Flip the beat, I'll go a cappella. Everybody in the 313, or if you're Jackie, the 303. Put your mother flipping hands up and bounce with me. Near gonna be able to get a kill there onto Crumpet Man himself. The refrag will come in. Coops and Near all going absolutely HAM to the H4M. Tor is going to be able to refrag there, and it's a 2v2 retake situation on the B bomb site of Mirage. One player coming from the middle zone, one player coming from the alpha zone. Who's going to get the frags? I don't know. All I know is that we don't need a flying drone to see this kill go down. It's going to be Key Hoops taking out Potty's head. See you later, my amigo. And now, Jada King closing the distance. Not quite sure where the enemy is, but it doesn't matter because Key Hoops is there. He loves the hoops. He loves the keys. He's got the kills. He's got HIB. I'm sorry, that just rhymed.
Well,
he doesn't have that.
He's never been the one to play it cool. He's never been a fan of fancy shoes. He only wants to stand for something, and right now he's trying to stand for his country here in TWC, and he's doing a fantastic job. They don't know what he's been through. He just wants to stand for his country. I'm away at mid, unfortunately. Can't find anything just yet. He's got an issue, and it's getting bigger and bigger. In the beginning, it was just something minor. They got to try and get rid of it. They work their way in towards this round. 7-7, the final round of the half here. Herald, it is an important one.
Yeah, my comrades. To be honest, everyone at the time is talking before the forum, Jackie, about Chihab. The apparently most suitable, the one before Parliament, whose existence, composition, and origin we all know well enough, is Frags, Jackie. Frags. Crumpsy able to take down Chihab there. 4-on-4 now. And, despite Algeria thinking that they regained control, well, there has come a day, namely the people. These are the people, also all deputies of the people, with the only difference, Frags. 4-on-2. And it's all Tor and Shiva. To see if they can do some work, of course, before entering the 10th year of the round. Now, we're going to have to be appropriate and look into the past to deal with the reasons of our existence. Shiva takes down Lin. Will he be becoming a victory? Maybe one Shiva, man of the hour. Last round, he's been spotted, he's been shot. And all I can say is that we were all just very little soldiers.
Wow. That half went fast, like Ramadan. And I battle young Padawans the damn day.
I like that.
I go to Miley's house. I see that
No.
Miley's home.
I'm not sure we can say this.
I play Miley's ribcage with my AWP like it's a xylophone. Yeah, that was highly AWPed up, but my skills are highly toned. And if I was highly hyphy, I might be more widely known. Say la vie. You better pay my fee. The cooking in Seattle with a plain hot tea. You get it in the bay in the plain white tea. Hey, Miley, you PYT, you want to see me speak? Go. And I jump into this Rex round. Let's see how they're going to do. It seems like it will actually be a contact B.
Yep, it's going to be that. I actually can't speak very quickly like Watsky does. He's a very quick chappy. But Algeria somehow take the lead in that half. They do like to take the lead.
They never needed a hand, you needed a hand, and you never know how to walk until you understand. Could have been anything you needed to be. How many more do you want? How many more do you need? Still, I wish I could break free. In the same old simple song, I still had to believe. How many more do we need before it's hand over hand?
Yep. I'm a phenomenon, and I've got to bring Kane in the octagon fast. Remind's going to get frags all over the place. And, well, when I want to spit game at a soccer mum, I ask Remind to give me the frags. 3 versus 2 now. And, well, this is looking good. It's looking good. 2 players remain. Lin did get a kill onto Potty. But the bomb unplanted. It comes down to Jada and Lin. Not the biggest performance for their team so far, but there's always opportunity. 4 working his way in from behind. Ah, that's a big kill. And it's all now onto Jada. He does get the 1 kill onto Shiva, but it's all now Tor and Jada. Can they work this one out to decide on one of them to be a winner? Oh, he's had trouble. Oh, goodness. And that's a bad miss.
Oh, trying to go into the fight, struggling a little bit. Tor fires back! He goes with all cylinders. Regulators mount up.
So when I was young, all right, we used to travel a lot with my cousins, and we made this song. All right, we made a song, and I think it's actually pretty inspirational.
Okay.
There's a place in this world for everyone. There's a place in this world for you and me. Find that place in the bottom of your heart. And I find it too, so come on, come on. You know it's there, so just believe. You'll find it so easily. Come on, believe, yeah. At the top of the tree of life, there is always opportunity. Believe, believe, believe. And you'll find it too, so come on. Do you feel inspired?
Yeah, and it seems like you've actually rallied the Algerian side as well, as they want to try and make their way in towards that B bomb site. Actually, it has just been all a bit of an elaborate ruse. They've been lampooned as they make their way through mid and try and batter them down. Coming at you like baboons as they break their way in through window. Their first frag will return though. Shiva taking down Lin. Algeria, they return to form instantly. A flurry of kills coming out. A 3K to say the least. They take the round with Storm, and it just rides on 2 men left on Tunisia. They're fighting in their coasts. They're trying to bring it back, but they're looking displeased as they all get attacked.
And that's a bad miss. It is going to be Algeria back into the LEAD. And, well, they're pretty happy AE. That rhymed. So, yeah, happy days for the Algerians. And, of course, guys, if you're from Algeria at home, you can tweet at eFragnet with the hashtag FreeAlgeria for that one.
Hashtag save Marina Joyce.
Yeah, save her as well. And if you guys are supporting Tunisia, make sure you tweet hashtag Save Tunisia from this loss.
There then, returning to that A take. Tunisia are skimping on the buy here. Not a lot of cash, cheap low of economy, absolutely shattered. So Algeria able to just walk all over them. And these boots were made for talking, and that's just what they'll do.
Walking, Jackie.
As they walk their way in towards the bomb site. Nice little mortar strike goes over, lands in towards Poti as well. Knocks him down to just 50 HP. Lin gonna go for the spam as he peeks around the corner. Gets one, unfortunately can't quite get the second. Near is going to take down that kill on towards Crumpsy from quite a far distance. And cheer up for the final headshot on towards Remind. He's not going to be remembering anything with no brain.
Oh! That's a nice round. So, happy days. I mean, yeah, happy days. Happiest of days to you. Blessings upon your house, Jackie. Blessings upon your house.
Of course. Down to this one as well. Obviously, you can see Tunisia here. lacking a little bit on the buy, not so much to work with. They've been in an absolutely horrific spot in terms of the economy. Meanwhile, Algeria have been able to run all over them. They've just been ripping their way through them fairly quickly. Those frags are still going to be racked up here. You don't imagine them to do much. They've actually dispatched a fair bit of damage on towards the side of Algeria, though. You can see everyone looking a little bit green around the gills. They do find a few more frags here, just lose that economy a little bit, get themselves into a bit of a better spot. It would be nice to see Lin just tapping over that MP7. Is he actually going to try and go for the knife here, just around the corner? Shiva, holding a close angle. Thought he was going to try and go for that, but apparently not.
Yeah, I've got a new cool word to say for a knife. Go for the Sweeney Todd kill. How about that? Do you like that?
Oh, okay, yeah. Because he used to cut people's throats? Okay.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Have you seen the film?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah, should we see it at some point?
That
It looks good.
Oh, no! There as well, and towards Tor, takes him down with a headshot. And it all just rides on Poti. Trapped in Mirage. Trapped
Yeah, they're all trapped in Mirage, mate.
Dead now.
Not like you can just go Dutch, is it? I mean, if you think about it, Tunisia should have the home field advantage here because Mirage is based in Tunisia.
Yeah, true, mate. Not wrong.
So, I mean, does that come into the veto process at all? Can we get a confirmation?
Is it actually, though? Is it in Tunisia?
Yeah.
Is that a confirmed fact?
Yeah, I'll Google it.
Alright, anyway. Into this one. Finally, Tunisia have money to play with. They do have those M4s out. They've got the AK that was scavenged on towards Reminder as well. Quite a healthy abundance of utility. And they've got those free kits to play with. Now, it just depends if they can actually pick this round up. Algeria getting ready to flood their way out onto the site. They do get that initial frag. Poti will fire back, unfortunately. His reign of terror is short-lived, only one frag on the board. It all rides on Tor in such a horrific spot. Really can't deal with that many men pushing him at once. It does go down to Lin. Crumpsy and Remind begin to try and work their way up ramp. Can they find any frags here? The flashbang is going out to buy himself a little bit more time. Crumpsy, whilst he's blind, actually going to fight through it and takes down Jada King. Just needs to try and do a little bit more work here. They're in a good spot as well. That bomb not quite down yet. A minute left on the clock for Algeria, but they're taking an abundance of damage as they just go through the spam through the smoke.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff. So, it turns out it's actually based on Morocco.
Oh, there you go.
So, Morocco have the home field advantage. Does that come into the veto process at all? I mean, they would feel at home. I know, I feel at home on Nuke, because I'm from Chernobyl. Gufja, Cash is on Chernobyl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was testing you, Jack.
Alright. Okay, cool.
Consider yourself passed.
There's 2 versus 2 here as well. Obviously, they've just distributed one man to his site. Both of them got a lot more HP. They're in a good spot to actually try and pick this one up. Keops. He spots out one of the Tunisian side. That is going to be Crumpsy. Going to throw that one top over so he can't run out. Over by L block, and he's going to try and get that bomb planted now. They will allow him to do so. They can mount this retake a little bit later into the round, and they're not aware of the positioning as well here of Remind. He's been able to tip it all the way up short. He's in a fantastic position, just barrages out onto the site and find these initial frags. He slowly glides around, takes down Lin. He gives away his position to Keops, but nowhere near enough health. As he goes for the slow peak, Remind was able to just flick onto him and spray him down. There's that defuse coming in as well. Tunisia start to claw themselves back a little bit. Is it too little too late? 9 rounds on the board now. They begin to stop the 3-round trot of Algeria, but they can't allow them to just bounce back into it. We've seen it happen so many times before where they get their economy reset on that CD half. Algeria just storm ahead dominantly. That comes into effect here. Tunisia are going to be in such an awkward spot. They do have to up over on Poti though. Let's see what he can bring to the table.
Well, Jackie Tatuna in the chat says Caster listens to a lot of rap. Can we confirm that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Then
Tatuna. Yeah, he does. So, there you go, I guess. Nice shot. Rotti takes a good kill there. That's a really nice kill. Kerhoop's dead. And, well, 9-11. The score. Poti, is he going to get a vac shot here? Nah, probably not. Lin. A bit of a sneaky boy. He's just peeking over this smoke. He's smonking away. And, well, it's going to come to Jada, bomb carrier. And it's going to be an A attack. Everyone's going to attack the A bomb site and try and kill the people inside it. But this is by no means going to be easy, as the positions are strong with this one.
Shiva in that elevated angle as well. They're just playing on top of the ticket box. He's got all the information now of the positioning of Lin. He's in on his lonesome. Nice little Molotov will actually bounce around, try and buy himself a little bit of time. No one will be able to peek in from jungle, but what really comes into effect is the flank from short, and reminds he's going to try and make him remember that as he comes around. Doesn't only get the first frag, gets the follow-up as well, just dominating. And Shiva with a nice little double kill to actually finish off the round as well there, as he just hammers down with that M4. And they shut it down very quickly. Now Tunisia, they had to link those rounds together. It was so important. And they do the hard part here, Herald.
Yeah, they do. So, happy days for the people of Tunisia. Maybe they heard that they had somewhat of a home field advantage here. I mean, it is based in North Africa, so surely all the teams except South Africa have an advantage here on Mirage. Is that fair? Should we add that to the veto process?
Don't know if that's how that looks.
I think it is, Jackie. It's meant to be fair. If there was a map based in Lewisham, right, that would be unfair for you.
So starting off into this one as well, so there's Tech9. It's going to be a lot more powerful if you can actually just try and go for a bit of an explosion style play, just burst out onto the site, try and use them in close range combat. But unfortunately, they haven't really been able to do that. They've got a lot of mid control though, which is a good start. I actually find that frag towards Crumpsy. Very nice play from Keops there as he just flicks around, takes him down. 3 versus 3. There is potential. It's a winnable round. It's still going to be a hard task though. Nizia, they do have the upgraded arsenal. Depends if Romain can catch out JD King at mid here. Obviously that range, he just spams away wildly. But that Tech9 won't be able to find the frag. Romain can take him down fairly easily there.
Yeah, so nice stuff there from Tunisia. Getting themselves into a good position. Of course, Algeria, the other team to beat in this group, or so I've been told. Gonna have to wait and see who's going to be the team to win the game. Yeah, it could be pretty interesting. Nice kills! Wow, wow. See, the funny thing is, Jack, let me tell you. Alright, this is how Lounge is at the moment. Lounge odds. So, Morocco had like 35% against Tunisia. Algeria has 75% against Tunisia. And Morocco has 65% against Algeria. So, technically, they should all beat each other, which just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I feel.
And it's best of one, so it's always quite random anyway. And I mean, right now, on the cards, it's looking like this could potentially just come down to another very close matchup.
I'm afraid I don't play cards, Jack.
I think this could actually go the full 30 rounds here, as either side's been popping off quite consistent. But it's really rides on Tunisia if they can just try and keep this going. If it starts to slip, Algeria, we can see them return into that sort of playstyle they were doing before. They can definitely come back, but Posey wants none of that instantly with that 2k towards the B-bomb site. Very easily comes in with those frags. Crumpsy with the final one towards Chiab as well, takes him down.
I can smell something burning. Just gonna have to pray it's not my computer. Otherwise we're in trouble. But yeah, so Tunisia. They're definitely waking up now. They need to start really just being dominant like that in that last round. That was perfect. They need to keep that up. Not sure why Shiva's on a Galil here. That's, yeah, really odd. I mean, what? Why is he doing that, Jack? That's silly.
Shiva on the glow. I mean, they could have dropped him, but obviously it's not really worth wasting.
He could have
cash.
dropped himself.
Plus, yeah, but plus they've read the economy of the other team though. They know how much they're working with, so it's not going to be too bad. Like, you can still use Galil fairly efficiently against a player that's not got any armor or anything. Even against him, it's still a good weapon. It's just not as good as some of the counterparts. No reason to actually force him to upgrade though.
Well, we'll see about that. If he doesn't upgrade next round, I'll be very disappointed. So, nice kill comes through. That's Tor taking down one. Looking for the second. It's going to be the AK to rip him down. As a reminder, we'll be taking that frag. Chihab holding from behind, but there's no one there to offend. They're going to be the all-frontal attack. Yeah, going to get taken down as the bomb will be tapped, and this is not a good hold from the T's. They should really be in Palace for this bomb plant, but they're getting the kills nonetheless. And now the Galil comes into play, but if that was an M4, they'd be dead. Let me tell you that, Jack. Let me tell you that. Nice kill from Sir, and Chihab going to win the round for him. I mean, you can't obviously blame that on a Galil, but I just feel like if that was an M4, they had a much better chance because he wouldn't have had to feel so uncomfortable with it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but a great round really coming out from Algeria more than anything. Just being able to come in. You saw those initial frags as they took down the player just sitting over a triple. Once he was dead, it really sort of set them up into a great spot. Put a lot of stake into the round for them. To just make their way through. Need to keep that going though, obviously that is always the key. Still a little bit of a buy coming out for Tunisia. It's shaky in terms of Crumpsy. Not great utility on 2 of the players. They do have the AWP and Poti. He can be a very potent player when he has that AWP in his hands if he's popping off. Hopefully we see some of that into this round, because that could be a bit of the difference maker. The flood play on 28 bomb site, they begin to leak their way out. He actually gets dinked by a player on the run who wasn't able to land that AWP shot. His teammate getting towards the shreds on the site as well. Completely compromised here. And 2 T players trying to take CT control. They also get an extra bonus frag on towards Crumpsy. Tunisia, this round is long gone. No point even just attempting to mount the retake here. They peek 1 by 1 as well. Shiva on his lonesome that's taken down. Lin, he's going to sniff out Remind as well here. So just if he can get away with his life, would probably be the best bet.
Yeah, I mean, hold on to that weapon, see what you can do in the next round, but that's about all that he's going to be able to do. Not the greatest round there from Tunisia, but then again, they're up against full rifles. If they can muster a buy, I'm not sure how the economy's looking. Reasonable, but not enough. Now I'm going to have to go for an eco in the next round, depending on whether they want to force up off the back of the M4A1S. But then they would be faced against 14 rounds, and Algeria would be looking pretty swanky, wouldn't it? So let's see. Who's going to be the Victor? Who's going to be the not-so-Wick? 13-12. Pistols out. I like this decision from Tunisia. It means they're going to go into the 14th opposing round with a full buy. They're not risking match point here. And, well, that's what I like to see. My dog. The dog. Doggy.
Tunisia trapped here. This unit to work with. It's not a great spot. It's been getting worse by the moment. And we always knew Algeria had that possibility to get back into their own domain where they can really dominate quite heavily against this side. And it's looking like they finally found that moment once again. Remind, going to connect that headshot on towards Giab. Remind, still keeping the pain train rolling. Starts to steamroll through the opposition. Crumpsy got into effect here as well. Even though they had a very weak buy into the rounds, they've dominated it. And they're going to keep that scoreline tight.
Well, Jack, it seems the solution for both these teams is don't buy, win round. Anyway, it's going to be the buy coming out here from Algeria, and Tunisia on a really strong buy, of course, because they went with the full eco. Shiva just opting for the knife. Oh, he has picked up a gun. That's good of him. No AWP coming out on either side right now. We know there are some strong players on both sides, but, well, we ain't going to see them because they don't want it. They're not going to want the AWP, I guess. I guess that's just what we've got then, isn't it? I guess we both have AWPs then, don't we?
Well, that's good to know.
Plenty more AWPs in the sea.
These A-takes working very well for Algeria in the past. They've been able to batter their way into the site and just rip their way through to Nitik. They're going to return to that here as well. If it works, don't fix it. They meant their way in, but Tor wants to prove that he's had an absolute enough of the havoc they've been causing in his hometown on the A site here. He wants them to know it's his domain. Does take down 2. Can he find any more? It might not matter though as well, because Remind coming in from the rear. Get one of these kills on the board. It will distract them long enough, plant that seed of doubt as well with their panic. We can see that extra frag coming in from the top. They push him at the right time. He does get the trade, leaves him in the 1 versus 1. A perfect situation to be here for either side. But Remind, it's still going to be quite hard for him. He's got to edge up. Actually catches him off guard a little bit there as Lim was focusing towards jungle and is able to just rip into him with that AK-47. They bring it to a 14-13 scoreline. Tunisia finally going to take the lead.
Yeah, see you later, old pal, is all I can say. Tunisia looking good, and, well, Algeria going for the falls here. I find that funky, to say the least. That's a funky odour, Jack. And I don't like odours, I'm telling you. And, well, if you were a YouTubey kind of guy, let me tell you, it would be a motto you would know well. Obviously you're not. Like food. Oh, nice spray comes in from Crumpsy, but Cahoops, the Galil, is going to take 1, but his teammate's completely surprised there. Oh, Cahoops playing with fire here. 2 versus 3, and his teammate's still not arrived. He's waiting for Jada to get into position to help him out, but as of yet, there's no Jada spotted. Finally, Jada will arrive, Tech 9 in hand. And, well, it's still a 2 versus 3 here, so not an optimum situation. Cahoops gets the first man down, goes for the second, but he can't connect. Now all onto the king of Jardas. He's jumped down, but he's been shot at, and he's been taken out of the equation. Match point on the board for Tunisia, and well, one step closer to a big W win.
Pretty unfortunate there, positioning of the bomb, because he could have played from ups and would have been in a great spot with that Tech 9, but obviously was forced to try and get on the site because where the bomb was planted, couldn't really watch it properly. And yeah, a little bit unfortunate, obviously, not the best bet. High ups didn't work though, only 5 HP when he actually got that other frag. Algeria once again going to try and hit the A site. Right. They have the utility to work with, but they've invested literally everything they could round up for this round. They will be smoking over and then battering their way out on towards A, seeing if they can overwhelm their opponents. But it is still going to be hard.
It is no dysfunction in their attack. It is going to be that A play. Batter down the hatches, get in, no smokes, and Potty takes full advantage, takes the opening kill there. That's a real nice kill coming through with no smoke over towards that area. That means free reign. Finally, smoke goes down. The frags come in somehow. Okay, this is interesting fragging to say the least. Remind gets one, now on a 2 versus 2. Remind getting a little bit caught out, but he gets the kill nonetheless somehow. And oh god, this is a disaster. Near finds a kill with 55 seconds remaining. There's plenty of time, and he's going to go to the B-bomb site. My lord, what a mess. I've seen cleaner garbage dumps. This is an interesting decision. Going short here is very, very risky. Someone takes an early peek, he spots him, he kills him. Simple as. Luckily, Nair is going to get over towards this B-bomb site. Now, the economy is reasonably... I mean, it's a little bit here and there on Tunisia, but it seems Nair won the round anyway. Well, Remind, 36 kills. Let me remind you about that.
By the way, look at the economy of Tunisia here.
Yes, that's what I was saying when it had a funky session.
This could actually be another 15-15 game on the cards because they just don't have any cash. If they win this round, I'm going to be very, very surprised right here. This should be 15-15.
Yeah, and again, Jackie, I mean, what did I say?
Yeah.
Best thing is to not buy. We'll wait and see.
Actually, this CZ in a close angle, this is going to be devastating.
Yeah, nice skill comes in, and no refrag comes. Oh, Shiva takes down near that, and well, this is looking pretty bad for the side of the area. 2 versus 3 versus 5 over on that B-bomb site. Can they clutch this one out versus Syria numbers? No, Remind is just killing them all. Remind has gone down, it's all on Kahoot, 1 versus 4, but he's also dead. And, well, Tunisia win, Jack. Surprised?
Yeah, obviously, a very interesting round. Tor going massive there, more than anything. The 2K coming out. Nice round on the board for them, and obviously that is going to actually take them over the edge. They're going to get 16 rounds on this side, and they picked that one up. So obviously our first game was 1 point each going to either team of Morocco and Tunisia. Here, Tunisia are able to best out ahead of Algeria. They snatched themselves up to more points. Algeria, unfortunately, not in a great way. But this could be very awkward, because obviously there's always that potential. We could have a tie on the cards depending on how Morocco actually play against Algeria. But that is going to be coming up soon. In the meantime, let's go over back towards the desk and see just what they thought about that whole hog of a game.